guys, welcome back to Zagami Beauty. I'm Krysia and I am very excited today because I just purchased a bunch of stuff during MAC's 20% off. I don't know if it was just Thanksgiving in Canada sale, but they had 20% off all weekend, so I got a bunch of goodies, including 2 pieces from the new holiday collection, which I wasn't going to get because the packaging just looks odd to me and it just didn't look enticing to me. I decided to go in store, get what I needed in terms of backups, look at the collection, see if it caught my attention in person, and a couple pieces actually did catch my attention. We'll go through what I did get from the collection, try it on, give you guys my thoughts. I'll also go over all the other purchases I made from that sale, all core products. Before we get started, I invite you guys to subscribe today for more beauty videos, fashion videos, some health stuff too. I am a pharmacist, so I'm hoping to incorporate a lot more health supplement type information as well. Ring that notification bell to get notified of my uploads, give it a like, and of course, most importantly, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this collection, of this haul, or just say hi. I love hearing from you guys. That's it, that's all. Let's get straight into this haul and little review. All right, I'm just trying to back up so you guys can verify that I'm wearing a shirt. Let's get straight into this haul. I did purchase a few backups as well as some new kind of products that are in their core collection. Let's get the backups out of the way. Between the MAC cleansing oil and then the coral grass lotion, I don't know which one I adore better. I need both of them always in my rotation. Cleansing oil is absolutely amazing, has a light scent to it, really emulsifies everything and just kind of like dissolves all your makeup. It also washes off quite clean. I still use a second cleanse though, just because if there's any residue from the oil or any residue of makeup left over, I do like to do a second cleanse with like a foaming cleanser. However, this takes most of it off and it doesn't leave that really like heavy oily residue. Absolutely amazing cleansing oil. And then the Lightful Sea Coral Grass Lotion. This is just the most beautiful essence for the morning time. It comes in a spray bottle. I don't waste it by spraying it. I actually spray like 2 or 3 pumps into the palm of my hand and then just kind of pat it into my skin as my morning essence. It smells delicious, very sort of like citrusy. There is obviously vitamin C in there. It is a beautiful, simple ingredient type essence for the morning. Love it. Next, because we're just gonna go ahead and do some brows. I don't have my brows on quite yet. I purchased the relatively new Eyebrows Big Boost Fiber Gel. I just finished using the MAC, it's like a brow fix, but it's in a color Baguille. And that was my holy grail, sort of like fiber brow gel. It had a slight, almost like sheen to it, so it looked really quite hair-like on your brows. And they discontinued it. And so now they have this one in all of the, main colors for their brow line, now including a few more extra colors. There was Thunder, which was very gray. I thought I was gonna like it, but it was almost too gray when I swatched it. Another one that was very close runner-up was Taupe. And that one was just a little bit darker than what I wanted. I probably still will try it because sometimes I wanna do a little bit of a darker brow, as long as it's still cool toned. I stuck with my tried and true stylized. Let's go in and do a quick brow. So what I like to do, and I'll link my brow routine down below as well, what I like to do is first put in any sort of like volumizing brow gel. Then I go in with my brow pen by currently NYX Cosmetics. Then I fill in my tail with a pencil, stylized right now in the small pencil from MAC. And then I set it with like a clear pomade or something like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm gonna scoot you guys in just a little bit so you can see what this brow gel does. Again, this is in Stylized. Has a really nice sized brush. I don't like the brushes too small, like the one by Benefit, way too small. And the previous one from MAC was a little bit longer, which I like as well. But I feel like this is just that perfect size. So let's go in. Okay guys, it is very thickening and volumizing. Okay, wow. What in the name of brows? Like, what is going on? You guys, this is just using this. Obviously, I'm still going to go ahead and do my full brow. So I'm gonna just do one brow, show you guys the difference, and then I'll fill in the other one. What I like to do next is put in a few thin hair-like strokes. Wow, I can't believe how thick my brows look from that gel. I didn't have to put that many hairs in it. Next, I'm gonna go in with the pencil from MAC. I have this in Stylized as well, and I just fill in my tail with this. I'm very impressed. Wow. Normally now I would just set everything with my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, but I just wanted to use up my little soap brows because I wasn't using it, and I don't know, I just felt like before opening up a new brow setter, I should try and use this up. I'm gonna wet it down a little bit with the MAC Fix Plus, go in and just set my brows. You guys, is it a little bit much? No, it's never too much. The brows are never thick enough. That looks awesome. I like it. It's really intense and I'm really digging it. This is just really, really good, and in an instant, I don't miss my old MAC brow, you know, brush pen thickening situation. Okay guys, brows are on. Let's go into some eye products. I decided not to get any of the single shadow, kind of like Dazzle shadow pots. I swatched them in store and I kind of regret not taping that now. I'm gonna do it next time. They were really crumbly and I feel like they were more like glitters, like just loose glitters, but slightly packed in a pan. I didn't enjoy swatching them. The lipsticks looked a little bit too intense for me. And the swirly sort of like highlighters, the champagne one was slightly unimpressive. And then the more coppery sort of burgundy one was beautiful in terms of pigmentation. It just looked a little bit too ruddy for me, a little bit too rustic for my liking. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that red, white, and black swirly packaging, I'm not digging it. I find it very trippy. And even the stuff I did get does look a little bit trippy in the packaging, but it's more pink versus red, and I can kind of like, you know, handle that a little bit better. Let's go ahead and talk about the eye palette. So there's 3 eye palettes in this particular collection. This is the Surprise Eyes eyeshadow palette. It's very cute packaging wise, quite a bit of swirly action here. You can put who it's from, like to and from. It looked like nothing special. However, when I played with it in store and swatched it, the shadows looked really pretty, really neutral tones, of course. They're all new shades, although they did remind me of some really popular shades that MAC has in their lineup. I liked how the colors were, and I feel like I get a lot of use out of it. It was just like a perfect neutral palette. The packaging, again, like very weird. I kind of like it though, because it's more pink versus red. The red looked really Halloween-like, to be honest with you. Like Cruella de Vil, which I didn't even like that collection from MAC. And it was just like a take of that, I feel. And for Christmas, I didn't like it. This is weird too. Not gonna lie, it's kind of circus, but I don't know, it's kind of satisfying just to spin it. Very typical MAC shadows where they're not overly creamy, they're not super hard and powdery, they're sort of that in between. Nothing too overly creamy with MAC. That's not usually their typical formula. If you're familiar with it, it is a little bit of a drier formula, and that's sort of what these are as well. Let's go ahead and do a quick look. I'm gonna use, of course, that matte shade there for crease shade. I think it's a beautiful beigey pink. Blends like a dream. I like it, really, really nice. I wanted to use that shade there for my lid. I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingers. I feel like it's a little bit darker than I thought it was gonna be, but take a little bit of that lid shade and just kind of blend it all in. So far, nothing crazy. I feel like it's just a nice neutral palette, something really easy to gift, of course. Let's take that black shade and just line my eyes. I don't like this for lining. I'm gonna go grab my liner brush. One sec, you guys. Alright guys, so I forgot to press record when I went to get my other liner brush. Wah wah. So this is the final look. I just kind of mixed a bunch of other shades from the palette and kind of just used everything. I did use that black to sort of line my eyes. This shade is beautiful. It's sort of a bright champagne shade. I'll show you guys again on the inner corner. I already have my inner corner done, but I'll just kind of show you guys how bright it goes. Like, wow. Very, very bright shade. Probably one of my favorite brightening shades. Like, pow. Absolutely stunning. This palette reminds me of pretty much the Natasha Denona Glam palette. Of course, not as many shades, $39 versus I think it's $88 for the Glam palette. So I think it's nice. I think it's a nice small alternative. I think it's a beautiful little gift if you're doing like a gift exchange at work. I think it's gorgeous. I do think there is a place for it. Just the perfect little starter kind of kit for someone maybe getting into MAC eyeshadows. A lot of similar type shades in the MAC lineup, although most of these are limited edition. I just think it's a great neutral palette. I love it. I think it's going to be a great one to have just on the go every single day. And again, the packaging, like maybe it's hypnotizing me. I don't know. I'm obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. I'm going to use some MAC bronzer. This is from their bronzer collection 2 summers ago. This is one of my favorite bronzers from MAC. I don't really like any of their mainstay bronzers. I don't know. I just feel like they're almost too hard pan for me. There's one called Refined Gold, which I get tempted ever so often just to get, and I actually almost got it yesterday, but then I'm like, no, like I have so many bronzers, and let's face it, it's not summertime anymore. So okay, that's a nice chiseled effect. Let's go in and do a little bit of a blush, and I did purchase one of their glow blushes in sort of a more holiday shade. Rosie Does It kind of looks a little bit darker, but these go on very sheer. This is their current version of a cream blush. Stippling brush. It is kind of like that, I don't know, that kind of bouncy, slightly putty like consistency. Again, very sheer. See, I dug into it, but it isn't anything crazy. Now this is a very nice rosy shade going into fall and winter. These are pretty too because they're very sheer, so you can still see your skin underneath. It just sort of gives you that lit from within flush. It doesn't sit on top of the skin, which is really nice. This is so pretty. You can go in and just kind of blend it again with the bronzer brush, but I think that's really cute. I kind of like a more flushed look. And now for the star of the show, or I think it's going to be the star of the show, we have the highlighter trio. Now this comes in 2 shades, and I got the lighter one. Again, the packaging is so cute because you can put to and from. This was $49. The eye palette was $39. This is that extra dimension skin finish formula, so sort of that baked gelée formula. And the packaging is, again, very trippy. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it sort of just like has this kind of like 3D effect. It's very neat. It's very, very different. Left to right, we have something a little bit more violet-like. Next shade is Freeze, a little bit more of a champagne golden undertone, and then In the Spirit, which is definitely more of a apricot. I wouldn't even say it's straight up gold. It has a slight apricot tinge to it. All right, let's go ahead and use the 2 lighter shades, one on each cheek, just to see how that looks. So let's go in first with the lavender shade. And I'm using a synthetic brush. This is from MAC as well. It's their 168, the synthetic version, which I don't mind for this particular formula, the Extra Dimension Skin Finish formula. Picks up a decent amount of product. And let's go in. So very sheer and not sparkly at all. Not overly intense. Okay, it's not like super metallic. It's a very sheer, shiny effect. And it's quite pretty. It's very, again, natural looking. It's just very lit from within. I'm going to put a little bit more on just so you guys can see it, but I don't want it to go too icy. What I feel like it's doing is just making my blush just look a little bit more violet-like, a little bit kind of like has that lavender, cool undertone effect to it. I really like it. And I do like the Extra Dimension Skin Finish formula. Next, let's use that bigger pan, which is the more champagne-y shade. Not much coming off at all. Let's dig, dig, dig. And go in. This is so pretty, you guys. It's layering really well on that slightly creamy blush. But look how this formula, it's just melting into the skin, and it just creates that very rounded cheek effect. It's just very youthful. It's not overly metallic. And trust me, I do like a metallic highlighter most days. I really, really do. This just gives a little bit more of a natural highlighted rounded cheek effect, which is what we usually do want with a highlighter. We want it to enhance our cheekbones. We want it to lift the face and make it look a little bit more youthful, round, glazed, and dewy. And this is definitely what it does. Let's go in with the apricot shade because I'm just curious, and we'll put it maybe on top of this one just to see how it looks. Oh, so pretty. Just gives it a little bit more shine. Definitely gives it that glazed look, you guys. Wow. Absolutely love this formula, and I really think this is a beautiful gift. It's pretty. Again, I feel like MAC did a nice job with these, not the core releases, like the single individual products, but with their sort of like special edition, you know, palette releases. I think they did a really good job. I wanted to use last year's lip. This is just one of their lipsticks from last year's collection. This is in Ice Ice Baby. Good, I like that. I just wanted a very natural lip just to kind of go with that really glowy cheek. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys out and show you guys the final look. I really like it. I feel so fresh, natural. I feel like these products are really, really good. What are my final thoughts? This brow gel is something else. I don't miss my other one at all. This shade is a really good neutral shade. I can't believe how it built up my brows. This is truly phenomenal. The brush size is really good too. Perfect middle of the ground size just to grab all those hairs. Wow, amazing. Now, the two limited edition palettes. I really love these. It's a beautiful gift if you have like a Secret Santa situation. You get those shadows there, which in this particular color scheme are very neutral. Anyone would love these. I'm telling you, this just gave me a beautiful neutral eye look. I can pair a really bright lip with this as well, and it'll look gorgeous. So it's sort of like the Glam palette scaled down by Natasha Denona. I feel like the texture is very easy to work with. They're not overly creamy, but like typical MAC shadows, still very blendable, very easy to work with. This shadow here is a massively poppy type shade. It has really enhanced my inner corner, and I love that. My brow bone is just like, it's definitely a great gift. Or if you're starting out with makeup and you want just a good neutral palette, I would really recommend this one. And then we have the highlighter palette, which I absolutely love. Kind of like baked gelée formula, not overly powdery, melts into the skin. I'm pretty sure you could actually use this wet as well. Should we try? Am I crazy? Let's just try really, really quick, you guys. I'm just gonna use a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. This is the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm gonna go in with the champagne one. Okay, that's intense. If you want to use it wet, you can. Just be careful because you're going to be really shiny. Beautiful colors. It comes in a darker trio as well for deeper skin tones. MAC's usually pretty good about having two different color stories for different skin intensities. And the blush, this Glow Play blush is really good. Again, melts into the skin. I was able to apply powder products on top, no problem. And I wouldn't recommend the really, really light shades unless you're super, super fair, because again, it's a very sheer formula. And so I think the brighter shades do it justice a little bit more. So I'm really impressed. I'm glad I went in store because I wasn't going to get any of the holiday collection. If you're feeling like you're kind of like not sure about this year's collection, I wasn't either because of that red packaging from the core pre-pack, but maybe go in store because you might be surprised. I really like these two products. I'm sure there's something that would catch your eye if you went in to look, you know, firsthand. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it helpful and most importantly enjoyable. I hope it added a little bit of fun to your day. Definitely don't forget to subscribe before you guys go today to catch more videos from me. All the best to you, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.